You woke up today with everything your ancestors ever wanted. Food, safety, a roof, people who know you exist. They had none of it. They buried children, watched friends die from small cuts, starved for weeks. And they never felt what millions of us feel every single day. That hollow, that emptiness, that weight with no name. Same brain, same species, completely different minds. The reason is not what you think. Think about your life for a second. You have food, you have shelter, you have safety. You are by every measurable standard safer and more comfortable than any human who has ever lived. And yet, you wake up some mornings and feel nothing. Not sad, not happy, just flat. You go through the day doing things that should feel good, and they don't. You sit in a room full of people and feel completely alone. You have everything your ancestors could have dreamed of, and somehow they weren't the ones who needed antidepressants. You are. Here's why. Your brain was not built for the life you're living. Every system inside it, how you sleep, how you move, how you connect, how you find meaning, all of it was designed for one specific world. A world with no electricity, no offices, no phones, no strangers. Just a small tribe of 50 people moving through the wild, doing things that mattered by sundown. That was the world your brain spent 2 million years calibrating itself for. And in the last 200 years, in a blink of evolutionary time, you ripped it away. Replaced it with something your brain has never seen before and never agreed to. Think about what that means. Your brain has not changed in 200,000 years. The world around it has changed completely in the last 200. That gap between what your brain expects every morning and what it actually gets has a name. Scientists call it evolutionary mismatch. You feel it as emptiness you can't explain. Depression isn't a disease that appeared from nowhere. It's your brain raising its hand and saying, "This is not the world I was built for." In the 1980s, an anthropologist named Edward Shefflin moved into the rainforests of Papua New Guinea. He lived with the Kaluli people for nearly a decade. The Kaluli are hunter-gatherers. They live the way every human lived before farming existed. Children die young. Disease is everywhere. There is no medicine, no hospital, no safety net of any kind. By every modern measure, these people should be crushed. Shefflin was there to study their language and culture, but something kept stopping him. Nobody seemed depressed. Not the kind that lingers. Not the hollow, flat, can't get out of bed kind. He started paying attention, asking questions, looking for symptoms deliberately. Out of 2,000 people, one person showed anything close to clinical depression. One. That same year, 1 in 4 Americans were clinically depressed. Shefflin wasn't the only one who found this. Researchers studying the Hadza in Tanzania found the same thing. The Kungsan in the Kalahari, same thing. Indigenous groups across the Amazon, same thing. Across completely different tribes, different continents, different languages, the pattern was identical. Depression, at the scale modern societies experience it, simply did not exist. Not because these people were tougher, not because they didn't feel pain, but because every single day, without thinking about it, without trying, they were living exactly the life their brain was designed for. So what was it? What did they have that you don't? Researchers spent decades comparing hunter-gatherer societies across the world. They found the same 6 things, every time, without exception. 1. Their bodies moved. Not gym movement, not 30 minutes on a treadmill. Real movement. 12 to 15 kilometers every single day just to eat. Movement releases BDNF. a chemical that literally regrows damaged brain cells. It is the most powerful natural antidepressant ever discovered. Your ancestors got it for free. You have to schedule it. 2. Their food was real. Wild fish, game, nuts, plants pulled from the ground that morning, all packed with omega-3, the specific fat your brain runs on. Your brain is 60% fat. When that fat is low quality, your mood is the first thing that breaks. The modern diet quietly stripped omega-3 out. Nobody told your brain. 3. The sun hit their face every day. Ancient humans lived outside, all day, every day. Sunlight drives serotonin, the chemical that keeps your mood stable. The average office worker today gets less than 1 hour of natural light. Your brain is running on near zero of something it was built to have constantly. 4. Darkness meant sleep. Before artificial light, when it got dark, humans slept, every night, without negotiation. Disrupted sleep doesn't just make you tired, it is one of the most reliable triggers of clinical depression ever documented. You invented the light bulb. Your brain is still waiting for darkness that never comes. 5. They were never alone. Hunter-gatherers spent every waking hour with the same 50 people. Real faces, real voices, real presence, not a screen. Today, the WHO has declared loneliness a global health epidemic. You can have 1,000 people watching your life online and feel like nobody actually knows you exist. Your ancestors never had that problem, because they were never more than 10 feet from someone who needed them. 6. Every day had a point. Wake up, find food, protect the tribe, build the fire. Simple, physical. The result was visible by nightfall. Today, millions of people spend years doing work they cannot explain to themselves, staring at spreadsheets, sitting in meetings that solve nothing, going home and wondering at the end of an entire day of being busy what they actually did. 6 things. Your ancestors had all 6 by accident every single day. You have to fight for every single one. Here is the part nobody wants to say out loud. Antidepressant use has quadrupled since 1988. Depression rates have gone up anyway. More therapy, more medication, more wellness apps, more self-help books, and more depression than any society in recorded human history. We are treating the symptom and completely ignoring what broke in the first place. The Kaluli don't have therapists. They don't journal. They don't meditate. They don't track their mood on an app. They don't need to. They just wake up, move their body, eat real food, sit in sunlight, sleep in darkness, and spend the day surrounded by people who actually need them. That's it. That is the entire formula. No prescription, no diagnosis, no 45-minute session once a week. Just 6 things, done daily, without thinking about it. And it is, for most people living a modern life, almost completely out of reach. Not because it's complicated, because the modern world was built in a way that makes every single one of them harder to access every year. That's not an accident. That's just progress. And your brain is paying the price for it. You are not weak. You are not broken. You are not failing at life because you feel hollow sometimes. You are a brain that was built for one world, trying to survive in another. Your ancestors never got depressed at scale, not because life was easier for them. It wasn't. Not even close. They thrived because every single day, without a gym membership, without a therapist, Without a single self-help book, they accidentally lived inside the 6 conditions their brain needed to function. You have the same brain. You just got handed a completely different world. And somewhere between the office chair, the screen, and the loneliness, your brain is still looking for the tribe, still waiting for the sunlight, still expecting a day that has a point by nightfall. It hasn't stopped looking. It never will.